Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am so appreciative of you stopping by. Let me just start off by saying, if you don't know, I'm Lewis Porter Jr. and today we're going to talk about the most, significant change to the comic book industry since, I'm going to say 1993. Yeah, that's probably the most reasonable thing to say. So it's been announced that Diamond Distributor has lost Marvel Comics as a point of distribution of their books. So Diamond lost DC a few months ago, and now by losing Marvel, they have realistically lost 80% by losing these two customers. We all know that Marvel and DC are huge, and to think that Diamond no longer has them under their distribution, Marvel has gone with Penguin Random House as their new distributor. Basically, Diamond is left with everybody else. Now, some people are clapping this, saying this is great, Diamond's always been horrible. So I'm going to put in perspective of someone who's seen this from a much longer point of view. Back in my early 20s, I was working for Comics Values Monthly, and I remember the consolidation of the major distributors into Diamond. For those who were not there for this, it was very, very an odd time because you had Diamond, Capital City, and Heroes World. And, let's say Diamond controlled 30%, 35%, Capital controlled 30 to 25, and then Hero got another 25. So, you're talking easily 80% of the market among those three distributors. And then Diamond pulled off a coup. From that point of time, it was definitely a major coup. They signed DC Comics to them. They pulled DC Comics from every other distributor in the U.S. That was crazy. That had not been heard of at the time. And then make it even crazier, Marvel went out and bought Heroes World as their distributor. So imagine, 80% of the market going to, 40% of it goes to Diamond, and they get to be the ones who distribute that way, and then Marvel decides to distribute their own stuff through Heroes World. And it sounds great, except for Capital, which was the number 2, got crushed. So they lost their number 1 client and their number 2 client. 80% of their value disappeared virtually overnight. It wasn't overnight, but it was so close. It was like, what? It was kind of crazy that this was all going on. So Capital just crumbled. They lost so 2 major customers. They didn't have any more material to give out to sell to retailers, and they just fell apart. And this situation lasted very quickly. Capital went out. Diamond then acquired their accounts because people went from getting no comic. They were getting comics from Capital, but then all of a sudden, nope, sorry, can't get Marvel at least from Capital. And it's like, wait, what do you mean I can't get Marvel? And so then people who didn't have accounts with Diamond had to get accounts with Diamond. And of course, they had to get accounts with Heroes World if they didn't have those to get Marvel. And then roughly 6 to 9 months later, Marvel imploded with Heroes World. And then they went to Diamond. So anybody with an account with Heroes World, which is, everybody, had to then move to Diamond. So Diamond swallowed up the entire industry in one big gulp. And, held on to it from 92, 93 till 2021, 2020. Say what you like, man. Diamond ran the industry for 25 years easily. And I use the word ran as in, dominated and manipulated and controlled. And if you want to do comics, you had to go through them. And there were people who thought it was a monopoly, and it was just, there was a lot of I thought was just silly waste of time to fight that situation. It is what it is. 100% it is what it is. So now, 2021, Marvel's gone to another distributor, DC's gone to another distributor, and Diamond now has lost 80% of their income. I wouldn't say overnight, but close enough. So I got to wonder what's the pivot they're going to do. And a lot of people are clapping, yay, Diamond, I wish they go out of business. Except when you start thinking about the ramifications of Diamond going out of business. You see, there are tons of other smaller publishers that Diamond supports. And when I use the word smaller publishers, I'm talking about Dark Horse, Valiant, Image, hell, even Archie Comics. They get distributed through them. So for all you people going, ooh, I forgot, yeah. So if Diamond goes under, a lot of those companies will lose a lot of money, first off, if they actually go under. But I don't think they're going to go under that quickly, but that is a possibility. Plus, I don't think there's enough smaller distributors to cover that kind of lack thereof. And can you imagine if you're a small company? Look, if you're a small company now, I think it'd be intelligent for you to approach Diamond, or specifically Diamond, to get better deal, get a better rate, to do something. Because let's be honest, Diamond, losing those two companies, are now going to have to do something to keep themselves in the market. Because this is a moment where a smart, savvy, new competitor can come in and maybe, take those other smaller companies and get them into stores. Because this isn't the 90s or the 2000s. This is 2021, where it is not as strong as it was back then, where something like this could happen and you can move around and you could do stuff and approach it a different way. It's not the same now. Now it's like Diamond is so ingrained in what everybody does, this is going to have an effect. And, I don't know the long-term repercussions of this. I don't. But I can tell you, having seen what happened in the early days, it was quite, seismic. And now to see them going back to this system, because let's be honest, they're trying to save a little money. And it is. I don't mean more than it's a little money. Why pay a distributor? We can keep that money in-house. I think that both DC and Marvel are going to have some interesting situations. And you're going to see some changes in the industry as a whole, but I don't know. But it is kind of interesting what's going on. So I wanted to do a quick little piece of information on it and give you all my thought, and let's see how crazy it gets. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel, and I'll talk to you all later. Hey, thank you for checking out my channel. Do me a favor, check out my other videos, and if you like what you see, subscribe.